How long were you out there, Mr. Powlett-Jones?
3 years. I've been luckier than most.
And there's no possibility of your returning?
Oh, no, I'm boarded now, sir. I'd be no use to anyone out there now. You have to be...
Look here. Go on, look at this. Now, that is my 1913 first 15, an ugly-looking lot of beggars, eh? He's dead. He's dead. He lost his legs. Well, there's 12 of them gone now. 12 of them, Mr. Powlett-Jones. On the 8th of July, 1916, I recorded 8 names in 1 week's casualty lists. My boys. So, you see, there's no need to feel isolated from us here. We've lost 87 boys from this school so far. Does that help at all? Daffy? Come here. Who won, Daffy?
Have a look, sir. 11-5.
11-5? Well, weren't Outram's leading 5-0 at half-time?
Yes, sir, but Monkey scored a try early in the second half. Dodgy conversion.
Yeah, oh, yes, thank you. Yes, oh, thank you, Daffy, thank you. He's a nice boy, Daffy, but oh, dear me, he does go on. Now then.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's not going to work, is it? I'm sorry, I wasted your time.
You haven't wasted my time. Tell me, what makes you think it's so impossible you're teaching here?
Well, everything. Well, you read the medical report for a start.
Well, the neurologist seems extremely enthusiastic about the experiment. He thinks you're ready to take on the challenge. Now, who are we to question his judgment? We're not medical men, and you know you'd start here with special advantages. I'm stuck with a dozen tired old men called out of retirement. The young chaps are all C3 men. The boys are running them ragged. And look at you. 3 years at the front, twice wounded, an officer. Why, that's a flying start with the boys, man.
Ah, but there, I'm not officer class, am I? When all the officers are dead, they have to promote someone. But that doesn't really count, does it? I mean, anyone can see I'm not a real officer, not a proper officer. I don't know anything about schools like this. I never knew anyone with an accent like you got and they got, except in France. Where I come from, the people that talk like that are the people that own the land and own the coal mines. Oh, they come down every once in a while to inspect their property. Oh, people like that don't have anything to do with people like me.
Just because a person talks in a different way doesn't make him superior to you.
I know that. It's just that, well, I don't think I got any business here. My father and 2 of my brothers were killed down the pit. Sacrifices, see? I mean, with the greatest respect, I wasn't kept out to the pit so I could come capping on to a place like this. Licking boss's boots, that's what my brother Emrys would call it.
I see. You know, I always like it when people say with the greatest respect. It always means they're going to be rude. Well, go on.
I'm sorry, I don't intend to be rude, sir, but it's just that surely in a public school, the boys here just assume they got a right to the best of everything, and they haven't. Well, they've got an unconscious assumption of privilege.
Do they indeed? Well, I doubt if they'd be able to remain unaware of it if I let you loose on them, Mr. Powlett-Jones.
Well, I doubt if that's very likely now.
You don't think you're doing very well, do you?
I was out the moment I opened my mouth, I should think. Oh, great prospect. Sorry. Didn't need to be rude, did I? I'd better go right away.
But what? And Mr. T? Oh, well, he would be disappointed. Her teas are a true test of stamina, Mr. Powlett-Jones. But you've had enough of challenges, haven't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do. You just tried to bluster your way out of this job because you got frightened. Now, what could be so frightening about the job, I wonder, for a man who spent 3 years at the front, hmm? Boys can be very noisy, of course.
I'm afraid I'd jump every time I heard the door close.
Yes, yes, and I don't think it's that, though, do you? So what was that other thing about licking the boss's boots? Well, teaching's a job, you know. You'd just be selling your labor, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be selling your soul. Nothing magical about teaching. It's just a job like any other.
No, it's not.
Isn't it? I thought you might think that. Well, now for the next step. I think I know why you're frightened. Yes, I do.
Oh? Well, I'd be delighted to hear it.
Oh, you're so splendidly touchy. Oh, you have such quarrels here. All right, I'll tell you. You see, I sense that underneath all this you have a very high opinion of your capabilities, and what you're frightened of is that you might not live up to it. There.
But I haven't even got a degree.
Oh, degrees, you know and I know. Brainy chaps like you can mug up a degree in no time. But what I want to know is this. Why are you so sure in your heart that you're God's gift to teaching?
I'm not sure, sir. It's just that, well, I don't think I could stand being mediocre.
I knew it. I knew it. Chaps like you are thin on the ground. You haven't even got a degree. No. You've got the shakes, and you think you're God's gift to teaching. I take my hat off to you. I really do. Oh, you've got your work cut out. Still, there's nothing like starting with ambition. Now, it's history, isn't it?
Modern history.
Yes, I thought as much. Well, that can't be helped. You'll have to do a bit of English with the lower school as well. Parsing, Palgrave's Golden Treasury, container for the thing contained. You know the style. Can you do it?
Well,
Of course you can. It's money for jam. Well, not much money. Genteel poverty, I'm afraid. That's the style for ushers, but there it is. Going to give it a try?
You're offering me the job?
Seems as if I have done, yes. Have I blundered?
Could I have a minute to think about it?
Oh, dear chap, I can give you the whole evening. Stay the night. Now, I'll just go and chase up that tea, eh? Go.
I think I'll give it a try.
Oh, good. Ellie, my dear, this is Mr. Powlett Jones, who is going to join us. There now.
How do you do, Mr. Powlett-Jones?
He sees our little world as seething with arrogant and thoughtless privilege.
Oh, Mr. Powlett-Jones is very perceptive for his years.
But he's going to put it all to rights, my dear.
He thinks that, does he? Poor man. What a lot he has to learn.
Now, you mustn't mind Ellie. I can see she's really taken to you. Sit down. Oh, you'll get used to us soon enough. Oh, I'm so delighted you're going to join us.
Thank you.
God. And I'll tell you what, I bet you don't feel like going back to that hospital now, do you? Why don't I telephone for your things? And you could stay here for a couple of days and get settled in before you start work, eh? You could wander around a bit, get acclimatized, get the smell of the place.
I'd like that.
Good. And now let's see how you face up to your first big challenge. And afterwards we could have a walk round before it gets dark, eh?
Off with you. What is this?
Pencil stub, sir.
Pencil stub? Toss gibberish and nonsense, boy. A pencil becomes a pencil stub when it is too small to hold in the fingers. Take it back and sharpen it.